In Nigeria, he cut that body into more than 50 pieces. Family of corps member butchered by gospel singer says. The family of Salome Adaidu, a 24-year-old corps member murdered in New Karshi, Nasarawa State, has dismissed claims by the suspect, Timileyin Ajayi, that he was in a relationship with their daughter. The family described Ajayi's actions as inhumane and demanded justice for the lady whose life was cut short in a gruesome manner. The family, while speaking with Channels TV, during Ajayi's parade at the Nasarawa State Police Command headquarters in Lafia, noted that the accused had never made contact with them before the incident. This so-called Timmy guy, we don't know him. We have never seen him until we were called and informed that this guy murdered and dismembered our sister, said Adaidu's elder sister, Esther Adaidu. I demand and need justice to be served to this guy sitting over there, because he is the one that murdered my sister, and he confirmed it to me. Also, Adaidu's uncle, Samson Adaji Adaidu, while giving the harrowing account of the crime, revealed that Ajayi butchered the victim into over 50 pieces. He has succeeded in destroying our daughter, not ordinary killing. He butchered her into pieces. He cut that body into more than 50 pieces, and when you look at the whole thing, he is preparing that body for consumption because he cut them and left them in about 6 polythene bags. Ajayi, who was arrested on January 12th while attempting to dispose of Salome's severed head, confessed to killing her during his parade at the Nasarawa State Police Command headquarters in Lafia. He claimed his actions were fueled by jealousy and accusations of infidelity. I killed her because we don't have each other all the time. She was cheating. I don't have any regrets because life is reciprocal, he said. Meanwhile, the Nasarawa State Police Command has assured the family and the public that justice would be served. In other news, Nigerians recruited as prison officers in UK homeless, report says. Some Nigerians recruited to work as prison officers in the United Kingdom have resorted to sleeping in cars and setting up makeshift camps due to the absence of accommodation arrangements, according to a report by The Telegraph. The UK Prison Service, grappling with staff shortages, reportedly started sponsoring skilled worker visas after an October 2023 change in visa regulations included prison officers to the list of eligible skilled workers. However, the report noted that the recruits arrived and expected accommodation to be part of the job package, only to discover that no such provision existed. The president of the Prison Officers Association, POA, Mark Firehurst, described the situation as dire, recounting incidents where recruits arrived at prisons with their families and luggage, assuming housing would be provided. In one case, Firehurst stated a Nigerian officer who could not afford a 70-mile daily commute resorted to sleeping in his car outside the prison, adding that at another location, recruits set up a camp in a wooded area opposite the prison. Sources from the Ministry of Justice, MOJ, told The Telegraph that approximately 250 foreign nationals had been sponsored to join the prison service after completing Zoom interviews and vetting processes. Prison governors noted that foreign applicants, including many Nigerians, constituted up to 2/3 of the 3,500 monthly applications during one period last year, with the president of the Prison Governors Association, Tom Wheatley, stating that the demand appeared to have been fueled online by the expat Nigerian community. He noted that concerns had been raised over language barriers, integration challenges in rural areas, and inadequate preparation for the demands of the role. Firehurst also called for a return to in-person interviews, arguing that the current Zoom-based hiring process is insufficient. He stated that frontline prison officers were often hired without undergoing any face-to-face interviews, and recruits received just 6 weeks of training, which he argued was insufficient for learning how to manage prisoners effectively. The ICIR reports that in recent years, a growing number of Nigerians have migrated to the United Kingdom in search of better opportunities, a trend popularly known as Japa, which translates to escape or flee in the Yoruba language. This movement has been driven by economic hardships, high unemployment rates, and insecurity. While many make the journey with the hope of becoming successful, a significant portion end up taking menial jobs that fall below their qualifications to survive and support families back home. These roles often include caregiving, cleaning, or other low-paying jobs in sectors with staffing shortages. Other news: suitcases of cocaine found in Sierra Leone embassy vehicle. Sierra Leone has recalled its ambassador from neighboring Guinea after 7 suitcases containing suspected cocaine were found in an embassy vehicle. On Monday, Guinean authorities impounded a vehicle belonging to Sierra Leone's embassy and detained its occupants on suspicion of possessing substances suspected to be cocaine, Sierra Leone's Foreign Minister Alhaji Musa Timothy Kaba said. In light of this serious development, the government has urgently recalled Sierra Leone's ambassador to Guinea, Ambassador Mr. Alimami Bangura, to Freetown to provide a full account of the incident, he added. The recalled envoy was not in the car and is not under arrest, the minister said. It has not been proven that the ambassador is involved in this trafficking, Kaba said. About $2,000, £1,600, in cash was found along with the 7 suitcases, according to the minister, who did not specify the weight of the suspected drugs. Kush, Sierra Leone's new illegal drug. He said the 2 West African countries were cooperating in a thorough investigation of the incident, pledging that all responsible parties would be held accountable. Anyone found guilty of breaking Sierra Leonean and international drug trafficking laws will face full force of the laws. West Africa is a major transit point for the trafficking of cocaine from Latin America, where it is produced, to Europe, one of the drug's main markets. But some drugs are also being consumed locally. Last April, Sierra Leone's President Julius Maada Bio declared drug abuse in the country a national emergency. Kush, a psychoactive blend of addictive substances, has been prevalent in the country for years. Local communities have called on the government to tackle the scourge and help them deal with drug users. In other news, Cyril Ramaphosa not invited to Trump's inauguration. The South African government has confirmed that President Cyril Ramaphosa has not been invited to the inauguration of incoming U.S. President-elect Donald Trump. Despite South Africa being one of the United States' strategic partners, the presidency said no South African president has ever attended or received an invitation to a U.S. presidential inauguration. Trump's inauguration, scheduled for January 20th, will see invitations extended to the president-elect's key allies. Vincent Magwenya, spokesperson for Ramaphosa, said it is not customary for South African leaders to receive such invitations. I don't recall any instance of South Africa being invited to a U.S. inauguration. You can research it, but I'm not aware of any precedent for such a practice, Magwenya said. However, Clayson Monyela, Deputy Director General at the Department of International Relations and Cooperation, stated that South Africa's ambassador to the United States, Ebrahim Rasool, would represent the country at the event. Reports indicate that Trump has extended invitations to leaders who align with his vision. Italian Prime Minister Giorgia Meloni, Argentine President Javier Milei, who has accepted the invitation, and former Brazilian President Jair Bolsonaro are among those expected to attend. During his previous presidential term from 2017 to 2021, Trump did not visit Africa and made controversial remarks about the continent. South Africa, Ghana, Botswana, and Nigeria formally protested his comments, and the African Union demanded a retraction. Under Trump's presidency, U.S. foreign direct investment in Africa decreased from $56.6 billion to $46.9 billion, a decline of more than $10 billion. Meanwhile, China has increased its investment in Africa, funneling an estimated $25 billion into South Africa alone for projects in communications, finance, energy, and manufacturing. In contrast, French President Emmanuel Macron recently criticized African leaders for ingratitude regarding French military support in the Sahel region. He claimed the French military presence had safeguarded the sovereignty of Sahel nations. Chad's Foreign Minister Abdulrahman Koulibaly condemned Macron's remarks, accusing him of displaying a contemptuous attitude towards Africa and Africans.